The recipient of the Robert Roy Award is an assistant professor in the School of Education at the University of the Fraser Valley. She teaches and engages in service and scholarship in language, literacy, and educational leadership. She began her career in the North Vancouver School District as a French immersion teacher before moving into leadership positions. She has been the district French coordinator, a school and district administrator, and a director of instruction for languages education. In these roles, she provided advocacy, direction, and support for enhancing FSL and modern language programs, as well as for English language learners. Her district leadership helped to foster innovative resources and professional development opportunities for language teachers, new programs, courses, and sociocultural experiences for French immersion students, and passionate new leaders in additional language education. This person also worked as an adjunct professor in French teacher education programs at Simon Fraser University and the University of British Columbia. As a director on the CASALT board from 2019 until 2023, she provided advocacy for L+ teaching and scholarship via academic research projects, conferences and seminars, as well as online professional learning opportunities. She was particularly committed to advancing the board's twin goal of decolonizing additional language teaching practices and revitalizing Indigenous languages across Canada. Dans son rôle actuel à l'Université de la Vallée du Fraser, Joanne continue à œuvrer avec passion en faveur d'une éducation linguistique de qualité en concevant et en enseignant un cours unique de méthodologie en français langue seconde qui a été introduit dans le programme de baccalauréat en éducation en 2021. Elle collabore également régulièrement avec les conseils scolaires locaux et les responsables du ministère pour répondre aux défis liés au recrutement et à la rétention des enseignants et enseignantes de français. Son solide engagement envers l'excellence dans l'éducation en langues additionnelles et son dévouement à un enseignement linguistiquement adapté l'ont façonnée en tant qu'éducatrice et continuent d'influencer et de guider son travail. Let's give a big congratulations to Joanne Robertson.
Merci beaucoup, Carole, and everyone here today. Eswell Makwat, Anine, OCM. Bonjour. Buenos dias. That's as far as I'm going. We've been talking about translanguaging. So in the teacher education program, when I begin my classes, I usually start with Eswell tout le monde. And they're used to it now, and they're all using that as well. And that is, of course, Halkamelam, which we use and encourage all of our teacher candidates to learn as well and use in their classrooms. Good afternoon, dear friends and colleagues. C'est avec grand plaisir et beaucoup d'humilité et de gratitude que j'accepte le prix Robert Roy aujourd'hui. I've been a language educator for over 35 years in a variety of roles, as Carole outlined in the introduction, so I won't repeat all of that. And every decade or so, as you heard, I stepped out. I got a leave of absence to step out of the K-12 system so that I could work in teacher education programs at SFU and UBC primarily. I cannot remember a time when, during my career, I wasn't intentionally and passionately advocating for additional language programs and program enhancements and better access to language programs and supports for students. Je suis maintenant professeure adjointe au programme de l'Université de la Vallée du Fraser, dans le programme de formation des enseignants, où je travaille depuis 4 ans, seule, parce que je suis la seule, ce qui représente un travail difficile étant donné la petite grandeur de notre programme régional et parce que je suis seule. Mais je peux dire aujourd'hui que je ne prendrai pas ma retraite avant que cela se réalise. I am so grateful to my former colleague, Tracy Langer, for putting together a nomination package with so much thought and love. Reading through the testimonials that Tracy had collected from like the late 1980s and through to today brought tears to my eyes. There were letters and messages from former colleagues in the North Vancouver School District, former French immersion students I taught in grades 6 and 7, who are now practicing teachers, and former teacher candidates and colleagues in language education from SFU, UBC, and UFE, who continue to provide extraordinary leadership in language education in BC. Reading through these messages of support also, and more importantly, reminded me that while we call ourselves language teachers, we are really in the business of educating people, first and foremost. As the panel this morning emphasized, we teach students and our colleagues that learning languages should be a creative, supportive, and joyful process. We show people how to celebrate and honor languages because, as our keynote Michael said, the languages we speak form, inform, and reform our identities. We model how to implement culturally and linguistically sustaining, not just responsive, but sustaining practices in the classroom and in our communities. And we encourage our students and our colleagues to advocate for the rights of all people to learn and speak their home and traditional languages with pride. In doing so, we create future generations of language educators and new leaders who carry on this work in a good way. J'aimerais remercier les membres du conseil d'administration de LAC+, de m'avoir sélectionné comme lauréate du prix Robert 2024. Je l'apprécie énormément. I am humbled to receive this award in all of your presence. Merci beaucoup.